Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English You Hear Every Day, the podcast where we learn real English through real daily life conversations. I'm Anna, and I am genuinely so glad you're here today, because today's topic is about a feeling we could all use a little more of: pride. Now, wait, not the dangerous kind, not the "I'm very humble," said very loudly kind, laughs. No, not that. Today, we're talking about a time you felt proud of yourself. The quiet kind, the "I did it" feeling. That warm feeling when you know something wasn't easy, but you did it anyway. It's like a small trophy inside your chest. I love that image, actually. Let's keep it. Now, today's episode is useful for your everyday English, but it's also really helpful if you're preparing for IELTS-style speaking questions, because examiners love asking things like, talk about a time you felt proud of yourself. And a lot of learners answer with something like, I was happy because I passed an exam, which is fine. But it can sound a little flat, a little thin. Today I want to help you tell that story with more feeling, more natural phrases, and better structure. Not just I did something, I was happy, the end. We want the listener to actually feel the moment with you, like opening a memory box, not reading a shopping list. So let me share a proud moment of my own, something small but real. Because small but real is actually perfect. A few years ago, I had to speak in front of a group of people, not a huge crowd. Maybe 20 people, but still very scary. My hands were cold, my voice was nervous, my brain was acting like it had never met English before. I had a lot of self-doubt, and that's a useful term, so let's pause on it. Self-doubt means that feeling that you're not good enough or that you might fail. That little voice in your head whispering, are you sure you can do this? And at first, yes, I believed it. I almost told myself, maybe I just shouldn't do it. But then I thought, if I always avoid the scary things, my confidence will stay very, very small. So I decided to step out of my comfort zone. Now, stepping out of your comfort zone means doing something new or difficult that feels uncomfortable at first. And honestly, my comfort zone was not happy about this decision. It was like, excuse me, where do you think you're going? I have snacks in here and soft blankets. Laughs. But I went anyway. I stood in front of the group, looked at my notes, and started speaking. The first minute was rough. Rough meaning difficult, not smooth. My voice was shaking a little. I forgot one sentence. I looked out at the audience and thought, why do humans have so many eyes? Laughs. Real thought? Very real. But I pushed through. And that's another great phrase. Push through means to keep going even when something feels hard. I didn't stop. I took a breath, found my place again, and kept going. After a few minutes, something shifted. My voice got steadier. People were actually listening. One person even nodded. One nod. That was like a lighthouse to me. I was lost at sea, and that nod said, you're doing fine. By the end, I realized I had actually done it. It felt like a real breakthrough. A breakthrough means an important success after a period of difficulty. It wasn't a perfect speech, but it was a breakthrough for me. And I felt a real sense of accomplishment afterward. That proud, settled feeling you get after finishing something hard. It was like my nervous system finally said, okay, we survived, maybe we even did okay. Looking back now, I look back with pride, because that moment taught me something important. Confidence doesn't always come before the action. Sometimes you act first, and confidence follows later. Confidence is like a shy friend. It doesn't always walk into the room first. It stands outside and goes, you go ahead, I'll come in if it looks safe. Laughs. So yes, I felt proud because I did something before I felt ready. And that's a very real kind of proud moment. Let me share another one though, because proud moments don't always have to be about yourself. One of my proudest moments was when I helped a learner believe she could speak English. She understood English well, but she was terrified to actually speak. She kept saying, my English is not good enough. Classic self-doubt. And I remember telling her, your English doesn't need to be perfect to be useful. She smiled, but she was still nervous. So we started very small. One sentence, then two, then a short answer. Tiny steps. And one day, she spoke for almost 2 minutes about her family. She stopped at the end and said, wait, I just spoke English. That was such a quiet victory. I love that phrase, a quiet victory. It means a success that might not look huge to other people, but feels really important on the inside. Nobody gives you a medal, but your heart knows. I felt proud not because I'd done something big, but because I'd helped someone see their own progress, and it reminded me that proud moments don't have to be loud. Sometimes they're tiny, like a candle, like a small light turning on. And I think this is important for you to hear too. When people think of a proud moment, they often think it has to be something massive, winning a competition, getting a promotion, passing a huge exam. And yes, those are wonderful. But you can also feel proud because you spoke up when it was hard, tried again after failing, helped someone, stayed calm, finished a difficult task, or simply didn't give up. Pride can come from progress, not only from success. Now let me help you structure your answer, because knowing the phrases is one thing, but knowing how to put them together is what makes you sound confident and natural. Here's a simple structure: situation to difficulty, to action, to feeling. What happened? Why was it hard? What did you do? How did you feel after? For example, I felt proud of myself when I gave a presentation at work. I had a lot of self-doubt at first, but I stepped out of my comfort zone and pushed through. It became a breakthrough for me, and afterward, I felt a real sense of accomplishment. That sounds natural, complete, and not memorized. Because a memorized answer, it sounds like a robot reading from a motivational poster. Laughs. I was very proud because success is important in life. No feeling, no picture, no story. You need a real moment, a scene. What were you doing? What was difficult? What changed? So instead of, I passed my exam and I was happy. Try. I had failed once before, so passing felt like a real breakthrough. Or I had to push through weeks of practice. Or looking back, I feel proud because I didn't give up. See how those phrases help the story breathe, like opening a window in a room that really needed fresh air. Here's a sentence frame you can use right now. I felt proud of myself when because Looking back, I'm glad I tried. Simple, but strong. And one more thing before we go. Some people feel uncomfortable saying I'm proud of myself. Like it sounds arrogant, but being proud of yourself doesn't mean you think you're better than everyone else. It simply means, I know how hard this was, and I'm glad I tried. Quiet pride, healthy pride. You can say, I felt proud because I knew how much effort it took. Or, it may not seem big to others, but it meant a lot to me. That one is very human, because sometimes other people only see the result, not the quiet work behind it. Like an iceberg. They see the top, but everything underneath, the courage, the effort, the fear you pushed through, that's what makes the achievement special. Okay, time for the word tour. This is where we take the most useful phrases from today and really practice them. Self-doubt, the feeling you're not good enough or that you might fail. Try. I had a lot of self-doubt before I started, or self-doubt almost stopped me. Step out of your comfort zone to do something new or uncomfortable. Try. I stepped out of my comfort zone and joined the class. Or, that moment pushed me out of my comfort zone. Push through, to keep going even when it's hard. Try. I was nervous, but I pushed through. Or, I pushed through even when it was difficult. A breakthrough. An important success after difficulty. Try. That lesson was a breakthrough for me. Or, it was a small breakthrough, but it mattered. A sense of accomplishment. The proud feeling after finishing something hard. Try. I felt a real sense of accomplishment. Or, even that small win gave me a sense of accomplishment. Look back with pride to remember something from the past and feel proud of it. Try. I can look back with pride because I didn't give up. Or, when I look back with pride, I realize how far I've come. Now, here's all 6 phrases in one natural answer. Listen first. I felt proud of myself when I gave a short speech in front of people. I had a lot of self-doubt, but I stepped out of my comfort zone and pushed through. That moment felt like a breakthrough. Afterward, I felt a real sense of accomplishment, and now I can look back with pride. 6 phrases. One answer, completely natural. Now it's your turn. Try one sentence in the comments. I felt proud of myself when, or I had self-doubt, but, or looking back, I feel proud because, keep it simple. The goal is practice, not perfection. Always practice, not perfection. And if you want to practice today's word tour again, the transcript, shadowing practice, quizzes, and games are all waiting for you in the English You Hear Every Day Club. The link is in the description. Go practice while the words are still fresh in your mind. If today's episode helped you, please give it a like, subscribe to English You Hear Every Day, and share it with a friend who's learning English. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. Keep listening, keep practicing, and keep turning your real life into real English. Take care of your English, and take care of your heart. I'm Anna, and you've been listening to English You Hear Every Day. Bye for now. Music fades. Your progress doesn't end here. Click the next video, or explore the ones we've specially selected for you.